I'd have to credit the AFL for my light bulb moment. So I spent 9 years working there, and I ran the operations side of our business in New South Wales and the ACT, and we were like a lean, mean fighting machine. We had 7 senior managers, those guys all reporting through to me, and it was all about growing participation. It was about gaining market share, and it was all about, you know, making these programs efficient as we possibly could to save as much money as we could and ultimately distribute as many programs as we could. And if I looked at my team at that time, I had 9 direct reports, and 8 of them you could have pretty much plugged and played were white guys, 25 to 40, incredibly passionate, all former football players, all hard workers. We got on famously. We all had that shared vision. But at the same time, there wasn't a lot of difference in terms of thought and discussion coming along. And so I sort of did that, you know, led a big team like that for a while, and then I got pretty tired of it. And we had a lot of money and a lot of focus and 70 staff all working for that common goal. But, you know, we weren't freshening each other up in terms of our thinking. And so I actually said, well, what about I have a crack at the Indigenous and the multicultural portfolios of the AFL? I felt that they hadn't got the traction that they potentially could. And through that, I got exposed to a whole different way of thinking. And I got to see, in a multicultural sense, how complex and how passionate so many different communities are about their space, but the universal principles of respect and understanding. And then I got to work with the Indigenous communities, and I understood how great Indigenous people are at communicating. All of the parts of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures which are unsaid. You almost don't need to use words because there's that mutual understanding and that mutual bond. And I just thought, after spending, 2 years doing that, I was such a richer person. I felt like my soul was full. I just loved it. So then leaving that organisation was a bloody hard decision, but coming to an organisation like talkforce, I want any organisation that I work in to share that richness. Because if we can do that and we can build those relationships and that rapport and understand the beauty of what diversity is, then I just think Australia's going to be a hell of a lot better place to live, and probably the world.